Moving on to the next particular chapter is biomolecules. Okay. Now, in this certain terminologies, when I use a term called as biomolecules, all the carbon compounds that we get from the living tissues, okay, they are nothing but your biomolecules. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು anywhere, okay, from the living tissues there are certain carbon compounds obtained. We usually call them as your, what is it, children, biomolecules. Am I clear to you? Now, biomicromolecules, molecules which have a molecular weight less than 1000 daltons, they are usually called as biomicromolecules. They are also known as monomers. So keep this in your mind. Am I clear to you? Less than 1000 daltons. Am I clear to you, children? Next up, biomacromolecules in makla, they have a molecular weight more than 10,000 daltons or generally 10,000 or more than 10,000. They are usually called as your polymers. Monomers 1000 ginta kammi, idu 10,000 or 10,000 ginta jaasti. Now, biomacromolecules, a biomolecule which molecular weight is range of 10,000 dalton and above, found in acid insoluble fractions. So keep that in your mind. They are usually found in acid insoluble fraction. Example is your polysaccharides, okay, nucleic acids, proteins and lipids. So all these are your examples for your particular biomacromolecules. Next up, what are biomolecules? All carbon-based compounds that are found and produced by organisms are essential into a biological process. Nanu ivagale helide, from living tissue, if you are getting any carbon-based compound, we usually call them as biomolecules. Okay, like your proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, nucleic acid. Okay, primary and your secondary metabolites. All these considered as your biomolecules. Okay. Now, coming to the next point, the macromolecules. They are very large molecules, usually consisting of your particular thousands of atoms and more proteins. Okay, so example, proteins and lipids are macromolecules that are found in living organisms. Synthetic macromolecules includes plastics and carbon nanotubes. According to mammalian system, we have all these as your macromolecules: carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. Next, first one starting up, children, carbohydrate. Example is your sugars, glycogen, okay, animal starch, plant starch, and your cellulose. Glycogen is called as your animal starch. So glucose plant al store adre, we call it as a starch. In animal we call it as a glycogen. So source of carbohydrate mainly by what, children? By your photosynthesis. It exists only 1% but constitutes about 80% of the dry weight. Composition made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, okay, and it is also a saccharide and sugars are basic component. Properties of monosaccharides. So monosaccharides in the karibeku andre ಏನಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು characteristics. So monosaccharides are usually colorless, sweet tasting and solids. Okay, now due to the asymmetric carbon, they exist in different isomeric forms. Now, I'm sure you know that dextro rotation and levio rotation of the particular carbon, which shows your monosaccharide. Now, D-glucose after, I mean to say dextro glucose after reduction give rise to a mixture of what, makla? Polyhydroxy alcohol, sorbitol and your mannitol. Okay, next up. ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಇವೆರಡು 2 points are very important. Okay, now sugars with free aldehyde or a ketone group reduces copper to, I mean to say 2 plus on the cupric to cuprous. Am I clear to you? Now, sugar shows oxidation, esterification and fermentation. ಮೂರನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ? sugars nothing but your carbohydrates. So aldehyde or ketone group of a simple sugar can join as an alcoholic group. Okay, so usually these are the properties. Now, coming to the next one, carbohydrates, they are usually divided into monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and the number of monosaccharides from 2 to 10. Now, polysaccharides more than that. Am I clear to you? Now, monosaccharides usually they will be examples like triose, pentose, heptose, nanos. Okay. Now, derivatives of monosaccharides ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೋದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಕಣ್ರ. ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್, oroic acid, aminosaccharides, phosphosaccharides and your glycosides. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So ಆದ್ರಿಂದ it is always better you people know about it. Now, polysaccharides, you have homopolysaccharides, heteropolysaccharides. Remember, starch will play a role with both. Okay, so it will swings on both the sides. So these are the particular points of carbohydrates. Moving on to the next one is your lipid. The term lipid was coined by Bloch These are the esters of fatty acids and alcohol. Okay, they are hydrophobic, insoluble, so they are not water loving, but soluble in benzene, ether, and chloroform. So remember, lipids usually dissolve in your benzene, ether, and chloroform. Lipids are classified into further. First one, what is it? Okay, under your particular simple, I mean to say the lipids are classified. What are those? First one is your fats and oils. In fats and oils. Okay, so under your fats and oils, natural lipids or the true fats, we usually call them as that. These are your triglycerides or fatty acids, glycerol. Fats which are liquid at the room temperature are usually called as oils. Oils with polyunsaturated fatty acids are called as unsaturated fatty acids. Examples use sunflower, lower blood cholesterol. All these are the examples. Now, moving ahead, fatty acids obtained by hydrolysis of the particular fats. Formic acid is the simplest fatty acids. Okay, so moving on to the fatty acids. First one into fats and oils. Okay, second one in fatty acids. Now under that, what you have two types. What are those? Saturated fatty acid, unsaturated fatty acids. So saturated, which do not have a double bond, they usually have a single bond. Okay, example butyric, palmitic, hexoic acid. They have a high melting point, solid at the room temperature, increases blood cholesterol. So single bond irutte, high melting point, solid at room temperature. Unsaturated, they have double bonds, okay, and they have a lower melting points, okay, and they are usually liquid at room temperature, lowers the blood cholesterol. So example is your 8 hexadecanoic acid, 9 octadecanoic acid, like that. Now waxes, these are your simple lipids composed of one molecule of long chain fatty acid and long chain monohydric alcohol. So fatty acid and alcohol. So waxes have a high melting point, insoluble in water, resistant to atmospheric oxidation. Chemically, they are usually inert and they are not digested by any enzymes. They reduce the rate of transpiration by making a plant tissue waterproof. Yado, idike example cuticle. Am I clear to you? So that is what they were speaking about. Moving ahead, the next one. First one was a simple lipids, next one was your compound lipids. Okay, so under your compound lipids, they have contained some additional or element group with fatty acid and alcohol on the basis of group they have. Okay, so compound ಯಾವ group ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು classify ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು phospholipid. These contain phosphoric acid, hence we call it as phospholipid. It helps in transport, metabolism, blood clotting, permeability of the cell membrane. It is a bipolar molecule. Phosphate containing end is hydrophilic, whereas fatty acid molecule represent hydrophobic. Okay, so ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳೋಣ ನಾನು ಮಕ್ಕಳ, phosphate containing end is hydrophilic. ಒಂದು end ಅಲ್ಲಿ phosphate ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು usually a hydrophilic, whereas fatty acid molecule represents your hydrophobic. So this is your polar and this is your non-polar. Glycolipids, these contain nitrogen and carbohydrate besides fatty acids, generally found in white matter of nervous system. Example is your cytosine, phrenosin. Okay, now chromolipids, it includes pigment lipids. Example is your carotid. Okay, next up, aminolipids contains your sulfolipids. Remember, it contains sulfur and amino acid with fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, so cutin and suberin are also a particular lipid resistant to water. Derived lipids is your third point. Andre first one simple aitu, second one compound, then is your derived. These are obtained by your hydrolysis of simple and the compound lipids. Makla compound lipids alli enenide kondro phospholipids, glycolipids, chromolipids, aminolipids. Phospholipids, phosphoric acid, glycolipids, nitrogen and carbohydrate. Okay, chromolipids, pigments, aminolipids, sulfur and amino acids. So remember like this, the name what they are suggesting, that is what they usually have. Now functions of the lipids. Okay, the oxidation of the lipids yields comparatively more energy of the protein and than your particular protein and carbohydrates. So 1 gram of lipids contributes about 39.1 kilojoules. Okay, so that's the energy what a lipid gives. Okay, so all seeds such as groundnut, mustard, coconut store fats to provide nourishment to embryo during germination. So usually the seeds will be storing all these things alva makla, lipids alla. So avag ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು germinate ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ these things will provide them energy. Okay, they function as a structural constraint, that is all membrane system of the cells are made up of lipoproteins. So all of the particular structural constants, they are made up of end of lipoproteins. Amphipathic lipids are also emulsifiers. It works as a heat insulator, very important. Okay, now used in a synthesis of chromosome. Fat provides solubility to vitamins A, D, E and K. So usually vitamin A, D, E and K will be dissolved, okay, in the particular fats. So these are some of the important points. Moving ahead, amino acid. Now amino acids are a normal component of the cell protein called as amino acid. Okay, they are usually having a 20 number of amino acids. Usually you have seen already in the molecular basis that they make a particular genetic code, okay, or the UUU, UAE, or sorry, UAG, UAC, all those things. Okay, so viruses ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, prokaryotes ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, eukaryotes, all of them has this genetic code. Structure and the composition. Amino acids are basic components of the protein and made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen, sometimes even use sulfur. Okay, so amino acids are organic acid with a carboxyl group and amino group. So remember, they usually have carboxyl and amino group of a carbon atom. Carboxyl group attributes are acidic properties. Amino group gives you basic properties. They serve as a buffers, help to maintain a pH. General formula is, usually this is the general formula written. Okay, alkali with CH, NH2 and COOH. Now, primary and the secondary metabolites. Now, children, primary metabolites have identified function and play a role in the normal physiological process like amino acid, nitrogen bases, all those things. Secondary metabolites are the product of certain metabolic pathway from your primary metabolites. Metabolites are in primary, they identify and function main important role. Secondary metabolites, product obtained by your primary metabolites like your carotenoids, drugs, alkaloids, essential oils, rubber, gum, etc. Okay. Now see children, if this is your amino acid, organic compound containing an amino group and one carboxyl group, both these groups are attached to the same carbon atom, so alpha carbon, so they are called as your amino acids. Okay, so what does akasmat enadru in glycine alli? Okay, if R is H, it would have become glycine. If R is CH3, then it would have become alanine. If R was CH2 with OH, then you would have called it as serine. Like this example they are telling you. Okay. Now, types of amino acid or 20 types of amino acids are there. Yes, amino acid exists in a zwitter ionic form. And then it has both positive as well as a negative particular charges present. Okay. Now, based on amino acid and the group carboxyl, amino acids can be aromatic and non-polar. Okay. So under that aromatic, tryptophan, phenylalanine and triosine are aromatic. That means to say they have a fragrance. Okay. Now see children, amino acids, they are usually polarly. You have acidic and basic. Another one is your neutral. Okay. So non-polar, all these are your examples. Just look at it once. Okay, acidically aspartic, glutamic, basically arginine, neutral, valine and proline, non-polar, glutamine, triosine and serine. Now classification based on the R group of amino acids. Okay. Now I know these things are not there, but still I took a point to do it. Okay. So simple amino acids, they have functional group in a side chain. Example glycine, leucine and valine. Tilkondro, hydroxyl amino acid, they have alcohol group like your threonine and serine. Sulfur containing amino acid, they have sulfur like your cysteine and your methionine. Basic amino acid, they have your side chain like lysine and arginine. Acidic amino acid, aspartico, glutamico. Acid amide amino acids, so they have acidic amino acids, aspargine and glutamine. Okay, so what do they have? They have carboxyl group have been converted into amide group. So heterocyclic amino acids, they have the amino acids in which side chain includes ring involving at least one and other carbon atom like your tryptophan and histidine. Aromatically ನಿಮಗೆ usually smell ಇರುತ್ತೆ, so benzene ring usually they have. So phenylalanine and triosine. I just put it in 4 so that you will be not losing any of the points. So just look into simple, hydroxyl, sulfur, basic, acidic, acid amide, heterocyclic and aromatic. These are the types of amino acids. Okay. Next one. Nucleotides. Now children, structurally a nucleotide can be regarded as phosphoester of the nucleoside. A combination of nitrogen base and a sugar is called as nucleoside. You know this already. So there should be a nitrogen base and a sugar. Then you call it as a nucleoside. Okay, and a combination with the phosphate contract nucleotide. It's called a nitrogen base sugar or nucleoside. Nitrogen base sugar with phosphate nucleotide. Functions of nucleotides, they are usually a main function. Okay, what is it? Formation of a nucleic acid. Nucleotides polymerizes together to form DNA and RNA. Okay, they are the energy carrier like ATP, AMP, ADP, GDP, GTP, all those things. Okay, formation of coenzymes like your NADP, NAD, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ coenzymes ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. Okay, so for all these things you require your particular nucleotides. Okay, now see nitrogen base adenine nucleoside ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ adenosine nucleotide is adenylic acid. Like that you have it for rest of the things also. Okay, guanine, guanosine, guanylic acid, cytosine, cytidine, cytidic acid, thymine, thymidine and thymidic acid. If it is in RNA, particularly you have uracil, uridine and uridylic acid. Moving ahead, the next one is your proteins. Okay, the word protein was coined by whom? The Berzelius in the year 1838 and was used by your G. Muller first time in the 1840. First coin ಮಾಡಿರೋದು Berzelius. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿರೋದು ಯಾರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮುಳ್ಳ ಅಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. So 50% of the protoplasm is made up of what? Proteins. Okay, so usually your proteins will be in the protoplasm made up of 15% of protein. Protoplasm ಅಲ್ಲಿ protein ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 15%. The average protein contains 16% of the nitrogen, 50 to 55% of carbon, oxygen is about 20 to 24%, hydrogen 7% and all the so on. Okay, sulfur is 0.2 to 0.5%. And the rest and all like iron, phosphorus, copper, they are small quantities. Now what is the structure of the proteins? It is due to a different rearrangement. Okay, it is due to a particular different rearrangement of amino acid. When carboxyl group of one amino acid binded with amino group of another amino acid, the bond is called as peptide bond. When carboxyl group of one amino acid is binded with amino group of another amino acid, what is the bond called as peptide bond? Okay, a peptide bond may be a dipeptide, tripeptide or polypeptide, so on, depending on how many bonds. The simplest protein is insulin. According to Sanger, insulin consists of 51 amino acids. Okay, but you know now how many are there. A protein can have up to your 4 level of conformations. That we will be seeing now. What is that? Primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. Primary and the primary structure is the covalent connection of the protein. Okay, it refers to a linear sequence. The number and the nature of amino acids are bonded together with the peptide bond. Example, your ribonucleus. They'll have a linear sequence. One day chain tala. Secondary structure, the folding of the linear polypeptide. Okay, so chain into a specific coiled structure. Chain coil and this is called a secondary structure. If it is an intermolecular hydrogen bonds, the structure is known as beta pleated sheet. Alpha helical structure is found in protein of keratin of a hair of the claws and feathers. So beta pleated structure is found in your silk fibers. So ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, alpha helical structures ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ? Protein of the fur, keratin of the hair, claws and the feathers ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವೇನು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ? Alpha helical. Beta helical ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ? Usually you found it in the silk fibers. Okay, next up, tertiary structure. The arrangement and the interconnection of the proteins into specific loops and bends is called as tertiary structure of the proteins. It is stabilized by hydrogen bond, ionic bond, hydrophobic bond and disulfide bonds. It is myoglobin. Okay, it is usually found in your myoglobin, the globular proteins. So 3D structure almost. Quaternary, it is even more advanced. It is shown by a protein containing more than one peptide chain. The protein consists of identical units. It is known as homologous quaternary structure. Example is your lactic dehydrogenase. If the units are dissimilar, it is called as your heterogeneous quaternary. Example, hemoglobin. Okay, where it contains both alpha as well as beta. Same thing ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಬಟ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಮೋರ್ ಈಸಿ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತು ನನಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Primary ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is found in the form of linear sequence. First amino acid is called as N-terminal and last amino is called as C-terminal. Okay. So I felt this is even more easy. Polypeptide chain undergoes a folding coiling in a stabilized hydrogen bond. Right-handed helical are observed. Adali secondary. Tertiary, long protein chain folded up to itself like a hollow woolen ball. Three-dimensional view. Quaternary, two or more polypeptide with the folding and coilings are arranged with respect to each other. Human hemoglobin, 4 peptides, 2 alpha and 2 beta. Okay. So monosaccharides are joined by glycosidic right and ending with left ending non-reducing. So we have already studied about monosaccharides. Okay. So polysaccharides, nodi, these are the things. I just want you to know each and everything. Starch, storehouse. Cellulose, homopolymer of glucose, it does not contain any complex helicals. Okay. Glycogen, it is a branch homopolymer found as a storage polysaccharide. Okay. Insulin, polymer of the fructose. Kinetin, it is your again a structural particular polysaccharides, give you a structure. Okay, so like your exoskeleton, arthropods your chitin. Skeletons are usually our wings around chitin. Metabolic process, that is your anabolic and catabolic. Anabolic and endron lead to the formation of more complex structure, simpler structure with consumption of energy. So consumption of energy is there. Protein from amino acids also known as a biosynthetic pathway. Catabolic pathway leads to the formation of simpler structure forming a complex structure like glucose to lactic acid plus energy is released. Okay, so the most important energy currency in living system. Anabolically energy is consumption, catabolically energy is released. Okay, so there is no uncatalyzed metabolic conversion in the living system. Now when I speak about the nucleic acids are the polymers of nucleotide made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Okay, which controls the basic function of a cell. These were the first reported by Friedrich Michaux. Nimgotti already nucleic acid. Okay, Altman called it first time as a nucleic acid. They are found in a nucleus. What do they help in? They help in the genetic information. Okay. Now, types of nucleic acids. Of course, you have DNA and your RNA present. Now, types of DNA. Okay, it may be a linear or the circular. You've already seen B DNA, Z DNA. Okay, so alpha DNA, right-handed DNA. Okay. Now, palindromic DNA and the DNA helical basis nucleotides in a serial arrangement of manner but opposite two strands like this. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಹಿಂದೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಒಂದೇನೆ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಓದಿದ್ರು ಒಂದೇನೆ. So they are mirror images. Repetitive DNA, this is a type of arrangement is found near the centromere of the chromosome and inert in RNA synthesis. Okay, so the sequence of nitrogen bases is repeated several times. So many times your nitrogen bases sequence will be repeated. Satellite DNA, they usually have that the satellite present in them. Okay, so they usually contain 11 to 60 base pairs, are repetitive in nature. Okay, and they are usually used in a DNA matching or fingerprinting. This is very important. Okay, so fingerprinting are used ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. RNA is nothing but your secondary type of nucleic acid which is usually found in your particular mitochondria, plastids, ribosomes, even in some of the viruses. Okay, so they are widely distributed over there. Now, bonding linking monomers in a polymer. So you have peptide bond. Okay, usually peptide bond usually in your proteins. Okay, so glycosidic bond formed between your two carbons of two adjacent. Phosphodiester bond formed between your nucleic acids. Okay, so these are the different types of the bonds present. Now, moving ahead, next one is your enzymes. Okay, Makla, what is the next one? Enzymes. Now, children, enzymes usually N means in, zyme means yeast. Okay, they are usually proteinaceous substances. What, children? Enzymes are usually they are proteinaceous substances which are capable of catalyzing your chemical reactions of a biological origins without themselves undergoing any change. Okay, so enzymes, they are able to catalyze and yado on speed of hogtade. Immediately you put your enzymes over there and immediately it will raise up. The reaction will begin up faster. Okay, it will increase the rate of the reaction. So usually we call them as what, Makla? Enzymes. Enzymes are what? They are usually a biocatalyst. They usually act as a catalyst. An enzyme may be defined as a protein that enhances the rate of biochemical reaction but does not affect the nature of the final product. Am I clear to you? So reaction na speed up ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay, it will speed up the reaction, but it will never alter the final product. So the product remains the same. Am I clear to you? So the reaction might be faster, but the product remains the same. Okay. Next one, the maximum enzymes in a cell are found in where children in your mitochondria. Why? That is the point where most of the particular chain reactions or your what to say enzyme reactions or your etc. Most of the things will take place in mitochondria. So the study of the composition and the function of enzymes is known as what, Maklai? Enzymology. Am I clear to you? So again I repeat, maximum enzymes are found in your mitochondria. Now, study and the composition of enzymes is known as what, Maklai? Enzymology. Am I clear to you? So these are the few of the important points of enzymes. And Maklai, even though it increases the rate of the particular bioreaction, but does it affect the final product? No, it will never affect your final product. Am I clear to you? So these are the few of the things. Okay. Now, inorganic part of enzymes acts as a prosthetic group in few of the enzymes. Okay, so inorganic part ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ಕಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಯಾನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮ್ಯಾಂಗನೀಸ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? ವಾಟ್ ಡು ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್? ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಯೋರ್ prosthetic group. What do we call them as? Prosthetic group. Okay, so they are usually called as an activators. Now these activators are generally of metals, hence enzymes are usually called as metalloenzymes. So usually ನಿಮಗೆ prosthetic group ಅಥವಾ inorganic compound ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಿಮಗೆ metal ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so we usually call these metals as what, Makla? We usually call them as metalloenzymes. Okay, now let's start off with one by one. So the first one activator is your iron. Okay, so enzymes, usually iron is present in what and all enzymes? Acotinase, catalase, cytochrome, oxidases. So all these things contain what, Makla? Iron. Next one, zinc. It is usually present in your dehydrogenase carbonic anhydrase. Okay. Next, copper. So copper is usually present in what? Triosinase, ascorbic acid oxidase. Magnesium is present in kinase, phosphatase. Manganese is present in peptidase, decarboxylase. Molybdenum is present in nitrate reductase. Nickel is present in urease. Boron is present in your enolase. Am I clear to you? So all these are your particular inorganic part of an enzyme. They are nothing but your prosthetic group of an enzymes. Am I clear to you? Okay, ಏನವೆಲ್ಲ prosthetic group of your enzymes. So what is your enzymes? These are usually your biocatalysts. ಏನು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ? They are usually your biocatalysts. Almost all enzymes are protein, but all proteins are not enzymes. Almost all enzymes are proteins, but it is not vice versa. Now, ribozymes, nucleic acids that behave like enzymes. Okay, what are ribozymes, Maklai? Nucleic acid that behave like an enzyme, they are called as your ribozymes. So they usually have primary, secondary, and your tertiary structure. Active site of an enzyme is a crevice or a pocket into which substrate fits. Am I clear to you? So usually in the active site are there. Okay, so active site is a place where your substrate actually fits in. Am I clear to you? So enzymes get damaged at what temperature? Higher temperatures. Okay, so enzymes isolated from thermophilic organisms like under high temperature are thermostable. I'm sure you would have studied in your particular PCR, aquaticus. Am I clear to you? Thermophilus aquaticus is a high particular temperature where it can resist your high temperature. It is a thermostable. Enzymes accelerate the reaction many folds. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಷನ್. So enzymes lower the activation energy of the reactions. So see here children, enzyme plus substrate forms your enzyme substrate giving rise to your particular product. Okay, so where E is your enzymes, S is your substrate, and P is your product. So see here, when enzyme binds to our enzyme substrate, it will give you our enzyme substrate complex. Okay, where this reaction will lead into enzyme plus the product. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ? ಅದೇ ಬರ್ದಿರೋದು. When enzyme is attached to your substrate, okay, so they form a complex, enzyme substrate complex. This will result in enzyme plus product. So the product will be formed. Am I clear to you? But of course, this can be prevented by what? By your inhibitors. Now there are 2 points. Factors affecting enzyme activity. Temperature show a highest activity at optimum temperature. Activity declines above and below the optimum value. So pH, enzyme functions in a narrow range of the pH. Highest activity at an optimum pH. Okay. So temperature ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಷ್ಟು enzyme activity ಒಂದು ತಕ್ಕ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ optimum level reach ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ your enzyme starts degrading and immediately what happens, your particular enzyme activity will fall down. Even the same thing with your pH also. Concentration of substrate, children, as the availability of the substrate reaches, it increases, even enzyme activity increases. But more than that, if the further increase in the substrate does not increase the rate of reaction, as no free enzyme molecule. Enzyme iddange, if enzyme is free, substrate can go on attaching, okay, no problem. But if all the enzymes are occupied by our substrate, definitely even if you increase this particular substrate, there will be no more increase in the activity, okay. So we usually call it as your particular Km value, the substrate concentration at which your maximum velocity is half of its reaction. So next one is enzyme inhibition. What do you mean by this? So when the binding of the chemical shuts off the enzyme activity, the process is called as inhibition by an inhibitor. So instead of substrate, if inhibitor comes and binds, this is called as enzyme inhibition. Competitive inhibition, inhibitors closely resemble your substrate. ಇವಾಗ if this is your inhibitor and this is your substrate and this is your enzyme. Now your substrate has to bind to your enzyme, but inhibitor is almost equal to your substrate. Okay, so what will happen? It is resembling your substrate, so inhibitor will come and bind to your enzyme. So that time what is happening? Your inhibitor is competing with your substrate. Even at this time, what happens? The activity will be lessened up. Classification: oxidoreductases catalyzes oxidoreductase between two substrate. Okay. Now transferases, they transfer the group between the pair of substances. Hydrolysis of your ester, ether and peptide. Liases, removal of the group from substrate. Isomerase, interconversion, okay, of geometrical position, so they isomers of each other. So ligases helping in the linking. Okay. Now what are cofactors? The enzyme becomes catalytically become active when it binds to a non-protein constituent like cofactors. The protein portion of the enzyme is called as apoenzyme. Okay, now what do you mean by prosthetic? You have already studied. It is nothing but your particular inorganic substances. Okay, now particularly which tightly bound to your apoenzyme. Heme is a prosthetic group which are ಆಮೇಲೆ organic compound. ಅದೇ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಏನಿವೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್, inorganic compounds are. Now coenzymes, these are organic compounds whose association with apoenzyme is also transient. Okay, like your particular NAD. What is NAD? Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Now metal ions form coordination bond with side chains and active site at the same time from one or more coordination bond with the substrate. Okay, same thing, children, what we learned. Now, there are two particular hypotheses: lock and key hypothesis and induced fit hypothesis. The lock and key, the hypothesis was put forward by Emily Fisher. According to this hypothesis, the enzyme and its substrates have a complement shape, and they're like your lock and key. If if you have to insert a key inside a lock, they have a particular shape, so that the key will directly fit inside that particular lock. So the same way, even your enzyme and substrate are behaving. Whereas in induced fit hypothesis, the hypothesis was proposed by Daniel and Koshland. According to this view, active site of an enzyme are not rigid. When the substrate binds to enzyme, it may induce a change in shape of the enzyme molecule in such a way that it is fitting. So, illenagtide substrate attach ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ the shape of the enzyme is changing to fit into the substrate. Okay, so this is called as your induced fit hypothesis. So, like this, see, locking key, and this is your induced with fully active enzyme conformation, so transition state of a structure. Can you see substrate or ಇಲ್ಲಿ square alide, but when it comes over here, it is fitting itself. Now let's start off with the particular MCQs. Okay, take a living tissue, grind it in a trichloric acetic acid using a pestle and a mortar, and then strain it. You would obtain two fraction, acid and soluble and acid insoluble fraction. So acid insoluble fraction does not contain, and first statement idalli helide, am I clear to yado? Flavonoids and alkaloids is an answer. Okay. Now select the particular bonds whatever is present in them, children. The second one. Okay, now in the second one, usually polysaccharides are glycosidic proteins, peptide, fats, ester, water is hydrogen. So option B. Which one of the following is not found in living organism? Magnesium is there, iron is there, sodium is there. Whereas silicon is usually your, what to say, poisonous to us. Okay, so silicon is usually not present. Which one of the following is a structurally saturated fatty acid? And here is saturated and single bond. Unsaturated more than that. Am I clear to you? So the fourth one is palmitic acid. Okay. Which of the following is a heteropolymer? ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು homopolymer ಇದೆ, but starch swipes on both the thing. Am I clear to you? Mean to say it balances between both. Am I clear to you? So which of the following is a heteropolymer? So keep that in the mind. But coming to your chitin, usually it is a heteropolymer. There is no what to say, flipping and flop. Starch, of course, it moves to both also. Now sixth one. Study a given statement and select the correct option. Now children, for the sixth one, children, correct option. Carbohydrate, proteins and nucleic acids and lipids are the primary metabolites, correct. Alkaloids, flavonoids, rubber, etc. secondary metabolites, correct. Linoleic acid, linolenic acid, palmitic acid are three essential fatty acids. Okay? Linoleic and linolenic are essential fatty acids. Palmitic acid is not an essential fatty acid. That is why the statement is wrong. It is only two essential fatty acids, okay, not three. So option A. Now moving ahead, the seventh one. In a DNA molecule, the phosphate group is attached to dash the carbon of the sugar residue of its own nucleotide, carbon of the sugar residue of the next nucleotide by dash bonds. Usually in a replication, you have it by 3' to 5', but here it is quite the same thing. So remember over there the replication the replication clean ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Am I clear to you? So usually your replication will have this particular 3 to 5'. So opposite to that they have asked you, so it is 5' to 3'. Refer to the given reaction. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇದೆ ಕಣಪ್ಪ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, just like this. Okay, so what is enzyme A? Okay, so mannose is getting converted into glucose with the presence of your water. So water add agide. So water add ಆದರೆ ಏನು? Obviously to be your hydrolysis. Okay. Which of the following statement is not correct regarding your chitin? It is a storage polysaccharide, hetero, correct. It is a constituent of arthropode. It is the second most abundant component in the carbohydrate, correct. Okay, so is it a storage? No, it is a structural polysaccharide. Okay, so what option is A? Now 10th one, children. In beta pleated sheet structure of the protein is due to formation of the peptide bond, no. Coiling of polypeptide, folding of coiled polypeptide, no. Linking together two or more polypeptide. You remember that beta sheeted. So two or more polypeptide. So option in makla, it is your D. In primary structure of a proteins is due to the presence of, okay, primary structure yadrinano linking yavyado peptide bonds, because we are speaking about the protein. Hydrogen usually it is in the water, covalent hydrogen, ionic, so disulfide is not at all the answer, so option is your peptide bond. Now this is very important, which is what is denoted by X and Y. Not draw the activity of the enzyme. So 12th one ಏನು? So what is your X, children? So what activation energy with enzyme, okay. So whenever your activation energy with enzyme is low, which will activation energy without the enzyme. Am I clear to you? So usually your particular X is activation energy with enzyme, okay na, activation energy without enzyme. Illi nimage activation energy different agutte enzyme go enzyme activity go. Am I clear to you? So it is quite opposite. Now 13th one, children. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding the enzymatic activity? Okay, now it increases with increase in substrate concentration up to saturation point. Okay, correct. It is highest at optimum pH value, correct. It initially decreases with increase in pH value. No. Initially increase again, increase aage. So it is opposite. They have given you a wrong. Only at the optimum it will decrease. It initially increases with increase in the and decreases. Correct. Okay, with the temperature. So option end of C. Okay. What is the option? The option is your C. 14th one, okay, the essential amino acid it includes leucine, valine, tryptophan. Everything is required. Tryptophan, in fact, it is helping much in your cancer particular point. Okay, so ನಿಮ್ಮ banana ಮೇಲೆ brown spots ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, usually it will have tryptophan more. Okay, so usually eat those particular ripened fruits. The components present in both nucleotides and nucleosides. Obviously, it is a sugar and your phosphate. Am I clear to you? So, sorry, sugar and your nitrogenous base. Nucleotide ಗೆ phosphate ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So, sugar and nitrogenous base A and C. So, answer is both A and C. Okay, children, with this, we are done with the class.